everyone, Lauren White here at the coffee shops, and we are here day 3 of IRE 2025 with our friends at Castagra. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Thank you.
Yeah. Why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us who you are.
My name is Jeff McCurdy. I'm the Technical Director at Castagra Products Incorporated.
Excellent. And so IRE, we're at day 3. Tell us about your booth. What do we have going on over here?
So Egador is a very unique roof coating. It's castor oil and gypsum based. It's going to plasticize and form a very strong skeleton over the existing roof. It is a 100% solids product, so what you apply is what you're going to end up with. It also has no maximum thickness, so if you got to fill in any blisters or anything that way, it's going to have the same properties throughout. It's going to cure at the same rate, regardless of how thick you apply. Now, the big thing that we're showcasing today is our newest product, which is Egador 1. This is the bright white version. It's also fiberized. It's a mastic grade product that is also rated by the Cool Roof Rating Council.
Oh.
Now, something cool about this that we've never been able to do with our other products before is this product was actually applied at this incline. So you can see it doesn't sag much, and it's great for verticals. It's also going to be really good for metal roofs, where a lot of time when you're trying to seal the fasteners, all the product just rolls away, and you end up with a very thin coating that's not protecting anything. We generally get really good feedback at these shows.
Yeah.
People love our booth. People love the product. But this year, one of the biggest complaints has always been, how do we turn it into a cool roof? And now that we have a cool roof version, people are really thrilled about it.
Yeah, that's amazing. So maybe tell us a little bit about what it means to be a rated product by the Cool Roof Rating Council.
Sure. So it's really going to come down to the solar reflectance index, which is going to measure reflectivity and emissivity. Then it puts it into an algorithm that I don't understand, but I'm sure somebody does.
Yeah.
And then it gives you a number. And in this case, in our old product, starting off, we were actually just there.
Yeah.
But as it aged, we wouldn't meet that requirement anymore. So it's an initial rating and then an aged rating. So it has to stay reflective enough to meet that standard to cool the building, let the air conditioners and all that take a break. So this is our first product that actually does that. It has whiteners, but when we thought we're going to make a new product anyway, we said, how can we make this great product even better?
Yeah.
And the fiber ended up being the addition. So this is a much thicker version of our original product, but it still squeegees out very nicely, and the fibers form a very tight reinforcement.
Great. And I hear we have some demos too.
Yes, we do.
Excellent.
So this is our patch and repair kit. It's available in both our Egador Plus and our Egador 1 varieties. And really, it's just an ideal size. We have it in a 1 pound and a 10 pound for doing repairs. Because this is a 2-component product and our mix ratio is 83 to 17, you can't just buy a bucket of it and start mixing different quantities. So we have to make it in quantities that people want. Now, what I'm going to show you today is how a contractor can use these patch and repair kits to set an adhesion test quickly and get a result while they're on the roof doing their inspection. They don't have to come back days later to check adhesion. So we'll start by prepping the patch and repair kit. I just like to get all the product out of the edges. You can do it with a scraper or with the edges of a stir stick, whatever you happen to have handy. And then just like a tube of toothpaste, you're going to roll this up. So this is the part A pouch here, and that's the part B. That seam that separates them is breakable with pressure. So we're going to break that seam, and then we'll keep breaking it to make sure there's nowhere for the product to get caught. And then this is the part where you look really cool, because you got to shake it up really good. And I'll probably have a vein popping out of my forehead at some point during this, but it is very important to get it very well mixed. So then I'm going to take the same stir stick. In here, we've got product that hasn't been incorporated yet, so we want to make sure that we're not letting any of that get onto the roof. So we're going to take all of that product that we just mixed, get it down into that pouch, and then we're going to put it on the paint shaker again. Get that going. It's a workout. Don't need shake weight when you got Egador patch and repair kits. And then one last time, just for good measure, go back to the other side, give it a quick shake. It's very important that all of the product gets incorporated properly. All of that, because it is a 2-component product, both components are important to the proper curing and getting the correct properties out of it. So now that we've done that, we can get that to sit there for a second and cut that open. Now, in normal cases, if you're just using this product for a repair, the next step isn't necessary. But when I'm doing it for an adhesion test, I'm just going to pour it into a secondary container, something I can stir a little bit easier with. Pour off what I need there. Set the rest aside. And then we have an accelerator called hot sauce, and it actually will make the product feel warm, and it is an exothermic reaction that cures this. So now this would normally have, in these conditions, maybe an 8 to 12 hour cure time. By adding this, I can get it to cure in under 30 minutes. So I'll just add a few drops of that and then stir it up real good. You want to make sure you get the drops incorporated as well. Now, put out enough of that to get a base going. And then again, the tape wouldn't be necessary, except that in this case, we're doing it as an adhesion test. So we want to verify that this is a substrate that we can adhere properly to. So get that product out there, get that tape embedded, put the rest of that on. And you can see it's already starting to set up on me, so that hot sauce really does work quickly. But that's great for me if, let's say I'm a contractor and I'm bidding this project. Now I'm going to go around, I'm going to get my photos, I'm going to let this cure, and then at the end of about half an hour or so, I'm going to be able to have a test to tell me if this is a suitable substrate for the product or not. So one of the only coatings that you can do that without having to schedule another trip back. So now, rather than waiting for that to cure, I prepared one ahead of time for you. And put that there. Make sure my scale is zeroed. Yeah. Now we can test the substrate and see how well the coating has bonded to it. I don't know if you can see those numbers well, but we're at 20, 30, 40, and into the 50s. And I shut my scale off. I think that was probably in the 70s, maybe 80s there. I couldn't see the number, but it broke the tape, and you can see there, really started to pull the substrate apart rather than the coating pulling off of that. So when we get that result, now we know pretty quickly that we've got a surface that the coating is going to bond well to.